for me in my house. they say. When in 5 years none of our people have died, and there's never been a casket rolled through people's temples. When 24 times in this year, and the year's not out, they've brought the dead in the doors, and they've gone out alive. When they've dropped dead in their seats, they've been resurrected. I'm not bothering about what you have to say. I'm not bothering about your opinion. I'm living with an actual conscious presence of God.
Yeah. fire burns as the feelings start. I put a wall around my heart, but you're breaking it down. It falls to the ground, 'cause I had lost what you just found. The noise all around, I'm drowning it out, like we're the only ones in the crowd. 'Cause you save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now, save me the feelings start. I put a wall around my heart, but you're breaking it down. It falls to the ground, 'cause I had lost what you just found. The noise all around, I'm drowning it out, like we're the only ones in the crowd. 'Cause you save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now.
by my side. You say that you know me, I see what you show me. It's hard to believe you were mine.
Tried to tell me that I'm crazy. I should just believe that what they say is true. 'Cause I've been trying not to move these mountains lately. Maybe the only thing that's standing in my way is you. But I can't breathe unless you're with me. Suffocating endlessly.
But still I gave it to you when I knew I shouldn't stay with you. There's something that emotions will do. Oh, I convinced myself I was through. I even got someone new. But some nights I feel I want you still. Emotions got me feeling confused.
Check. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show with your host, the Crypto Lifer. Thank you so much, guys, for coming in to the show. Really appreciate it.
going on, everybody? How you feeling? And we are live. What's going on? What are you doing?
It's burning, so what do you want me to do?
I can't hear you right now. I'm focused. I don't know what you're doing to me. Why are you doing this to me? Hello? Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you guys so much. All right. 3:33 p.m. 3:33. I figured we would come in at 3:33. Let's take off the live. Okay. And we're going to get into what I see happening for Bitcoin and the like. It's pretty cool now. I get to have the chat up as part of the stream. So what's going on? Dude, White House being attacked by tear gas. Bitcoin doesn't care. Yeah, this is crazy. We'll get into the news. We'll talk about it all. What is the White House, man? This is crazy. White House, you guys are funny, man. The White House is getting attacked. DC rally. What is that? Authorities on high alert. Supporters have flooded DC to protest.
This is looking at inside, or look at this, these protesters are inside Statuary Hall right now. You see the statues. This is a moment I never saw in my life. These individuals just rush through security. They are inside Statuary Hall. This is a legendary place where all of us who've covered Capitol Hill, it's hard to believe what we're seeing right there. They're just walking through. Where are Capitol Police? It's a strange, it's an awful situation. They're having a good time in Statuary Hall. Jake Tapper, I don't know about you.
I don't know, man. I can't even get into this stuff. We're gonna stick to the news about Bitcoin because you say the wrong thing these days, you're gone. So let's stick to what we want to talk about so we don't have to be gone, which is sad, but I'm telling you the truth. Okay, I see some noise going on right here. Volume is low. Volume is so high right now, it's ridiculous. Like it's blaring in my ears. Interesting. Volume is low. Let me see. Probably right though. Why would you say? Yeah, it's like a strange echoey sound at this point. I was doing all sorts of upgrades today. Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. I was doing all sorts of upgrades today. Check 1 2 1 2. Check. There he goes. I was using my silly mic. Now I'm gonna go here, and what you do is you flip this to download mix to mono. And now you're gonna hear it in both ears, the right way. Mix to mono. Now you're gonna hear it in both ears. All right. Okay. Check it out. Hikanashi real quick for you. Bitcoin. Check it out. Hikanashi real quick. All right. Okay, check it out. Sounds good now. All right, cool. Thank you so much for the help. All right, check it out. Now, we won this war, remember? We didn't know which one was this, and this is why we started to long Bitcoin here. So check it out. That voice in there is a little annoying. I'm not into it. Not into it. Okay. So check it out. Bitcoin did a beautiful double bottom right here. Remember, double bottoms like to hit and hit the target. Blew back up to a high. Then it went to his high, some people don't realize, is 35,775 on a wick. And now it's doing a bit of a flag. So I start building patterns with measured moves. Just something like this. 39,124. Boom. All right. Shout out to everyone on the stream today. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Really, really appreciate it. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So check it out. That puts Bitcoin at 39,124. Now this video says why 40K isn't coming. Looks pretty eerily close. Now we could have a pullback. I'm not saying we won't, but I'm just building the story here. We now have support and resistance in the 30s. Who would have thought? Fast. Life moves really fast. It's almost too fast to realize at one point. It's insane. So there's our new all-time high. Was that wick there? 35,775 about. Now we are curling down on the 4 hour, so we've had our fun. Last curve down on the 4 hour, we came down. So could we come down again and form a bigger double bottom? This is possible. What I want to show you is it could be in this form too. Forming a bit of a rising wedge here. It fakes its way out, comes back into the pattern, up, down, and easy short, you know. And that's how we've been playing this recently. So here's your idea. These are like your two ideas. So we can go back. We're going to go to the 1 hour. We're going to be able to build that same scenario that I love to build here. And it's kind of not the best. It's looking like the Dow, similar to the Dow. You know how the Dow was in a rising wedge and then pinned inside of a bullpen it. It's interesting. Broke this trend line. And you can also see, let's take a look here. Okay. Now we just also, we see that the 50 crossing the 80 and the 100, which is a good sign. It's also a bullish sign. And do we see a little bit of hidden bullish divergence? This is too loud and they don't give me any leeway. It's either on. All right. Hello. Check it. So, how's the music for you guys? Too loud? Matic dipped and ripped. Yes, it did. It's in price discovery now, so Matic's going to fly. Joe called that out in the Telegram channel, too, so shout out to Joe for doing that. We just had major pullbacks in a lot of coins. 690 looked dumb, and that's a bearish engulfing candle on the 1 hour. You can fit that in there. That's not a good sign for Atom. It's sad that it got sold off so fast like that. Atom was high up at 695. Band was all the way up here at 952. Also, look at now it's forming a head and shoulder pattern. Pattern of that brings it all the way back down to $7. So band looks like it's going to retrace. If it follows that idea, I mean, it's in a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. It's sad to say. And then you get your measured move by taking the length of your head to your neck. Take this, and then you have to bring it to the shoulder, sad to say. Inverted, it's a Bart Simpson pattern similar too. And band probably come right back down to this area here at about 757. So interesting, like, A sustainable rally for the altcoins. We're going to take a look at total and total too. But it's just something fishy going on, right? We saw a lot of big highs. We saw blow off tops really in a lot of these coins. 123 for Aave. High, right? Cardano, though, in my opinion, is starting to flag. I think Cardano's on to some type of bigger move. Bigger than everybody realizes. Could be a sustainable pump that turns into something pretty outrageous. I'm going to show you where I see Cardano going. Maybe the most bullish coin right now. Interesting. And no one talked about it. Everyone always like, oh, Cardano. People are awake to Cardano now. Tell you, it was one of my favorite coins, one of my largest holdings. And I've been holding Cardano for a long period of time. But there you go. Target of Cardano at 43.3. I don't see why it can't get there. Sitting at the 21-day moving average too, which is beautiful. So that means it came back for its touch. That's all it really needs. Resetting on the bearish momentum, which really had nil on the 1 hour and coming up on the Stokes. I think this thing's about to break out. I think 31 is still a nice entry for Cardano, in my opinion. Amazing. By my calculations, Cardano looks primed to rip. So Cardano, ADA, sitting in the bull flag, jumping off the 21-day moving average, curling up on the stochastics RSI. RSI also getting bullish, coming back below the dotted line, moving up. Everything in our favor. And even if we look closely in here, look, we're getting the flip up on the MACD, even though it's slightly extended. Where will this rally end? Well, things will have to take a bit of a retrace, as they always do, or go sideways in some shape or form. But I believe that they should form some substantial bases where they shouldn't have to retrace all the way. In a bull run, we don't just give it all the way up every single time like we were doing in August and in September. But we'll see. People are hungry for their Bitcoin. There's a chance that they just sell a lot of this for their Bitcoin, and that's what keeps going on. So Algo, one of my big picks, continuing to rip, did not get to the target of 56. Still kind of in and out here. Big wick though, touching the 21-day moving average here on the 1 hour. 4 hours a little extended in a lot of coins. This is going to look like this across the board. 4 hours going to have to reset in the stochastic. So either your coin's going to do a sideways move or it's going to come down. It depends on really the structure that it's in and how it's looking. Atom, may come back down to the 21-day moving average here. You set your support and resistance lines, you'll see where you're going to go, but I believe Atom isn't done. Look, it's just forming these accumulation ranges. Looks like Atom could test 522 one more time, which is sad to say, but that's the truth of the matter. I do see Atom continuing if it can hold support here at 663. Cardano soon to price discovery right after it crosses 35 cents. No, Cardano was $1.31. $1.31. It has a long way to go before price discovery. But on the tether pair, there's very possible. Now, Bitcoin looks like it wants to rip for new all-time highs right now. So taking a little chunk again away from the altcoins, and Bitcoin's stealing the show. We go to the 1 hour, I bet it's starting. I believe this is going to be a breakout and start its push all the way up to $39,000. And generally, its overall push up. Again, we need to break the previous high at 35,770. Looks like we can easily do that with the 1 hour still having a lot of room to move as we're pushing up here with the Stokes and everything else. We cross here, you could enter a trade as we break out and do what's called buy the breakout, and then just throw a stop loss back into the pattern. If we come back into the pattern, that's obviously not a breakout, right? So it's a simple trade. Just wait for it to break out, and then if we look at the 5 minute, the 15 minute, beautiful V-shaped recovery here inside of the pattern, boom, back out. Very interesting. Yeah, I just need to see it break this top trend line and, break that previous high, and we're off again, obviously, to price discovery. Also forming an inverted head and shoulder. You can see there. Will we make a right shoulder? Sometimes we usually do that. So there's a chance. Look, we got a shoulder there. We got a shoulder here. There's a chance we come up and we kind of do one of these, and then we do our thing with a retest. Wouldn't be surprised, but we could also just start kind of making our move right out of this point. So I'm going to watch this area very closely. It's, yeah, trade is about to happen. If you were already in a trade or if you've been in a trade, congratulations. Congratulations. That wick here was pretty good place to get in here at 33,367. And continuation. Yeah, EOS. We're looking at EOS too. Taking a look at EOS as you guys talked about it in the channel. I took a deep dive, little look into it. Always been looking at EOS anyway. I like it. CHZ too. Something interesting to watch out for. Let's take a look. Seems like it's forming a new trend change here in the 5-minute. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, you can see it's forming like a rounded bottom somewhere in what the 618-786 region. Let's take a look at the Fibonacci retracement on that. But yeah, it went right through the 618 to the 706. Bounced right off the 706. Beautiful place. That's the secret fib if you want to add it. A lot of people don't. That's something you'll get out of this channel. You won't get a lot of places. Is the secret Fibonacci level at the 706. And boom. Perfectly in crypto. As you can see, it kind of comes in with the support and resistance region. And now we're in the golden pocket, which is the 0.5 and the 618. Really great place to accumulate. Honestly, a bit of a strange double bottom and a rounded bottom as well. So CHZ looks like it wants to kind of start doing its thing and grind its way up out of this pattern. Beautiful retracement. You can't beat that, right? 706, 618 retracement. So that's something that I'd like to see for CHZ. Could it form a giant double bottom? Possibly. Very similar to what Link did. I could show you how Link looks on the daily, and it looks similar. But watch CHZ for accumulation. Not the hottest thing in the world, but it's a Binance IEO that they're going to pump. So Band just did an amazing pump. Went as low here at 833, and now it's bounced all the way back. It is just forming the right shoulder, though. Or is it defying the odds and bouncing off the 21-day moving average? I would love to see that. We'll see. The 1 hour is looking pretty bullish. See how much more we can get out of the 1 hour. Support and resistance regions now for Band. We want to go to the daily. Take a look. And as I said here, see how I showed you this area? I was talking about Band being in this inverted head and shoulder area. Talking about it over and over again, you know. And what I was saying was if it broke 751, look for it to gap all the way up to 869, you know, which it did. It actually whipped itself all the way to my second target at about 943. You can see it went right there. And this is why you make support and resistance lines. You'll be able to hit targets. Like, see how this one's a big gap and this one's small? And you're like, but how? But that's how we do it. Using support and resistance lines, gapping in and out. And you could tell there was going to be a big gap right there. Boom. And it gapped up. A candle right there with perfect continuation. Also, inverted head and shoulders. Breaks to the upside. Starts to make its move. Something that you want to keep in your Rolodex and think about. It's a beautiful, beautiful shape. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you can see it. Inverted head and shoulder pattern for Band. Also was in accumulation range. Are we still in accumulation range? Band went as high as 943. Bitcoin continuing to move 35.8 and hitting the all-time high just now as we speak. Ripping past it. On its way to 36K, guys. We are at an all-time high right now, everyone. We did it. We did it. We did it. Unbelievable. All-time high for Bitcoin. Look at CHR under the daily. It has news coming. Okay, cool. But look at this, man. Bitcoin pumping 35,860 and on its way. There it is. It broke that all-time high. Or it's, yeah, I mean, let's see. Definitely did. It broke it. It's now in price discovery yet again. So nothing I can say, man. Looks like Bitcoin could be flying at this point. I hold me some Ocean. I do hold Ocean. It's in my bag, baby, so to speak. Let's take a look at Ocean and CHR. More tickers to come, guys. If you guys have a ticker you want me to go over, let's do it. Let's do it. As Bitcoin hits 35,900. I'm almost going to have to do a split screen for us, guys, right? I mean, I don't want to give it up. I can't give up that pump on the left side of the screen. So we're going to keep Bitcoin over there.
All right. Just making a cross in the 1 hour, which I said was bullish, and there we go. And it said enter. We could enter the breakout. Enter the breakout, and boom, 35,900 for Bitcoin. Unbelievable. And Bitcoin pumps as the government seems to be being torn apart, right? I don't even want to mention it. You guys see what's going on in the news. I'll have to look at it. Looks like Bitcoin hit 36K already in the futures market. So when I look at futures, 36,000. So we've already hit a high of 36,000 in the futures market, which is hilarious, right? Now, I think it's time to get into Bitcoin dominance and show you what I see happening for Bitcoin dominance. And then we'll take a look at Ocean, and we'll take a look at CHR as well. Unless you guys say I need to see it now because I'm thinking about a trade, I understand that. Bondly doing well, bouncing. It went as high all the way almost to my target. See, I had it this way. My target was 20. Bondly goes to 19.86. So I was pretty spot on with the target. Boom. And there Bitcoin goes. Look, 36,115 here on the Coinbase. So Coinbase has a higher indication. Where are we going to go? Let me give you a show. I'll show you where we're going to go. I'll give you, and I'll show you how I know we're going to go where we're going to go. There's a few different reasons why I can give you a nice little target. To me, ascending triangle, slightly tweaked. It's a little bit of a diagonal, but it's tweaked and it's good to go. We could also show you that this is a bit of an inverted head and shoulder pattern with a shoulder, or possibly head, right shoulder. It could even be a complex inverted head and shoulder with a neckline here. And it wouldn't be insane to say that we could draw the neckline down to here and give it a target. And we could also, as we always do, is just take the base of the triangle, you know, basically from price low to price high, something like this. And could we extend the wick? We'll go a little bit because we're bullish on this. And then we're going to flip this over to the side. And that gives me a target of $43,000 for Bitcoin. Every time we've done this, the target has been hit. So we haven't. This will be the first time out of like 10 times that we don't hit the target. Like first we hit, look, remember we called 26,000, then we called 30K, and we called 32K, then we called 35,000. Wise, I see bullish divergence on SHR. Yeah, Phil is good to enter soon. Jose, Pedro, Phil, Theta. Okay, let's look at those together, and let's look at, wow, man, 36,219. Wow, coming in strong, really strong. This is insane on a Wednesday. It's been having trouble sleeping. Just want to send it out the word that I'm live. Bitcoin, $36,249,000. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me send the link out real quick, real fast. So sorry about this. Getting caught up. Shorts getting liquidated now, and they become buyers. You see what I'm saying? They think it's sweet. They hide up in the corner. See, the cool thing about a shorter is they create a lot of price discovery, because what they're doing is they're going, okay, well, Bitcoin has to come down. But just in case it doesn't, I'll put a stop order up into the imaginary areas. So you have, what you really have is a buy order here, a buy order there. Now, they're not going to be too high, so it doesn't make sense that you know, now we're going to have to see buyers pile in and FOMO in, which is possible. 36,000. Very interesting. I did see like some, you know, I saw in some strange group that like, hey man, I know a bunch of whales that got together and they decided they're all going to dump at 38,500, you know. You know, I probably spreading rumors now too, because now I'm that guy, but that's all I heard, you know. Look at ARPA, I had a target here. Look, everything hit the target, whether it stayed there or not, up to you guys. But look, and then it double bottomed. So ARPA looks like it's going to do something pretty interesting too. Wow. Bitcoin though, 36,000, man. Higher low at the daily on fill. So Bitcoin breaks the higher high and completes the mission. Unbelievable. Okay, and that was few and far between. Can we hold 36,000? What a pump. And then a little bit, but actually retest. There's always the retest. This might be the buy-in right now on the retest. 36,000 even, right there. It kind of could have been right there. Looks like it even hit a lower number than we realized if we go really close. Saying it went to 35,939 right there. Could barely see it, but it happened. Let's take a look at Phil. Let's focus as a team. Let's focus on a team. As a team. Okay, let's take a look at Phil. USDT. Because I'm play these futures. On the daily. And we'll go over to the template that I created here called Joe P. Jose P. Jose Future Master. Because he is the master, man. Don't get it twisted. He's a humble man, but don't get it twisted. So. Now, I call bullish divergence there, too, which probably why I have a line there, which is interesting. Oh, and then he uses trend watch as well there, which gives you pivots. Interesting. So we fell through. Yeah, I don't know how to read it now with this one. I'm not sure what he would do here on this. I know what I would do. It looks like hidden bullish divergence and we're forming a double bottom. So Filecoin is kind of deciding, hey man, I found my bottom here at 2174. Also, it's forming a double bottom. You can see this is it's almost went to the exact area. You know, very, very close. Within 50, 60 cents. And it's 2174. Watch for an Adam and Eve on fill. Like, boom, boom. Yeah, let's take a look at that on the 4 hour, right? Yeah, you're right. There it is. I mean, we got our Adam here, right? And then we have our rounded Eve. Yep. That's why trend line is just it's a little messy. But yeah, man, I'm with you on that. And starting its way, be a perfect time to accumulate this actually right here at that point of the cup as it decides to boom up. If anything, you're playing the best, you're playing from a position of strength and you're doing the best you can. So higher low on the daily on fill. So if you look at the daily, you finally had a higher low here right there. Boom, locked in, right? Watch for Adam and Eve on fill. Gonna get a nice pump to the MA and then drop again. Which MA are you talking about? To the 21? So, Jose, is this something that you like to get? Is this a place where you like to enter? Is this something that you would like to enter here? That's interesting because I'm like, let me see traditional. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, I can put it in the same and have two different looks at the same time. Something I don't do a lot. I like that, and I can really, really digest it for you guys and for me, which is cool. Split screen is hot. Looks like I may have drawn this again, or is it? It's funny. Oh no, I guess it keeps the drawing. It keeps the drawing. That's interesting. Now 4 hours telling us that this wants to cool off, right? So it's either gonna have to go sideways or down. Kind of have to open this cup up a little bit. I think it's gonna come down a little more, possibly to test 21 or 21.25, something like that. Even a little, maybe even something in the 20s. Anyone agree with that? Just something I'm thinking about. Not guaranteed to happen, just possibilities. So we had like a little dip, and then everything just kind of seemed to pop again. EGLD ripping, absolutely ripping past my target of 34 and into price discovery yet again. People love this thing. It's got a lot of good news. Their Terra Vista news came out, and that's saying they have a deal with like some of the biggest movie companies to make NFTs. So this thing is set to explode. Absolutely insane as it's on its way to the moon. EGLD. All right. Engine coin. A lot of people like a little engine coin. You can basically move intangible assets through gaming systems by melting them into engine coin and transferring that value somewhere else. Okay. Yes, I like TVK. The Terra Vista. Yeah, TVK. Let's take a look at TVK if we can find it. TerraVest Industrials. No, we'll have to go to look at Dex Tools. Shout out to Wise doing some big things. If you got into Wise with us, we were kind of a Wise group. Our whole group got Wise to Wise, and I knew it was something you did not want to miss. I had a feeling, man, it was the wise thing to do, was jump into Wise. We got a chart coming up for Wise for you right here, too. If you take a look at it, it's pegged to ETH. So as ETH goes up, it goes up, and then it does its own thing. Wise all the way at 41. Took a dump down to 38 and back. Look, V-shaped recovery after a dump. It already went to 42. Wow, this thing is insane. You entered Phil? Which one did you enter? ZRX, Phil, or Wise? Wise, out of control. Look at the buys. There's no selling going on. Look at it. All green buys. Buy. And people are buying at the high right now. Look, jumping in at 41. This thing will be at $1 before you know it. And I don't know, it'll be at some insane highs. This thing's booming. ETH for Wise. Doing beautiful. Look, it's just did exactly what it did with the USD, matching it exactly. Just gaining. It's just gaining more ETH. However it's doing it, because it's gaining, people are using their USD to pump the price. And it's going up faster than ETH is going up. So you're gaining on ETH, and it's pegged to ETH. Look at this thing. It literally went in a straight vertical line. Like this is something, the demand for this is like something you've never seen in your life. So this thing is out of control. Absolutely out of control. 1 second, I just got to get a slice of pizza. Jose, which one did you enter? Just write what you entered. I like entering what he enters. Should give your calls, man. Golden. Okay, sorry about that. Check Waz Eat, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable what happened to this market in the last week. Everyone said in January there would be the pump of pumps. Stellar Lumens, is it done yet? Unbelievable what it did. Got to deal with the Ukraine government to make federal or their stable coins for the government. Wow. Plan for possible entry, I would think so. Boom. To the moon, man. Selling it over, it went to 38. Unbelievable. In a day on the daily candle. Unbelievable. Look at that. It opened at 19. The high was 39. Went up 20. 100%ed itself in a day. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Bitcoin hits 35K. Why 40K is coming soon. Alts explode. Cardano. Matic continuing. Matic looks very similar now. Into price discovery and onward. Look at that. Just booming. Oh, it's still got to come up here though. 4.2 in there. But that's a local price discovery. I mean, it's high. We were in that trade. We got in like 2.3, something like that, down in there. I did sell like 2.7, 2.8. So you like that higher low in the daily? Interesting. To me now, Bitcoin moves in fives, like simply, like 35 is 40 and 40 is 45 and so on and so forth. And it continues to move in that way, you know? Damn. Wow, 35, 400 out of nowhere. Like out of absolute nowhere. Uncontainable. I really think it's in supply shock, like I was saying. Apple falling down hard. A lot of stocks collapsing. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones today. What's up with the Dow Jones? Up 437 points. Looks like it's just not. Oh yeah, it's 4 o'clock, so it closed. So what? Looking for the day. It was open at 3,030. High was 31. The low was 3,300, and it closed at 3,829. Not too bad. Got rejected by the top trend line here. What that tells me is it's gonna have to either gap up and close higher. What is that gonna be on Thursday? And then you have Thursday, Friday, dismal weeks. Not gonna be too hot, in my opinion. I feel like it comes back down to the bottom of the pattern here at 30,294. Yeah, but Apple taking a hit. Looks like some other bigger stocks took hits. Continuing to move is DOT, Polkadot. to me, it's now consolidating up here. If you could even chunk it, take a look at the 4 hour. This is what I see happening too. It went pretty close to my trajectory. Went like this instead of that, but this was my idea. Hit the top of the trend line, came back down, and now decided to take a bounce back up to 10.95, where it's going to hit about $11 and probably boom back up. Bitcoin at $36,500. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm going to change the name of the video. Just Bitcoin hits 35.5, so I can be like the coolest guy in the room. 35,500. Boom, boom. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. $35,500. And then it got rejected faster than fast. The volatility is insane. Absolutely insane. We are going to take the derivatives trade. We're going to take a look at FFIL on that. 21,770. Interesting. Got something else too. We'll look at Phil. EOS will rock like SLM. I believe that. EOS is about to have its time in the sun. EOS is a boot. Looks primed to fly. We will see though. We'll take a look. Again, this is all for fun and entertainment purposes only. Please don't put any amount of money on anything I say. This is just for fun and speculation. If you'd like to join my group, join my Telegram. We can have even more fun talking and discussing what's going on. Yeah, so Filecoin looks good here. Looks like it'll be a slow grind up. I don't know if that's the exact bottom. Something tells me that it's going to have to retrace a little more because the 4 hour wants that. But we'll see. We'll see. I feel like there's a better entry at like 21.33, something like that. I don't know. We do have a higher low already forming too now in the 15-minute though. So it's interesting. I'll take a shot at isolated. 10x leverage. Boom. Do half now, half later. So 21,759. We'll see if we can catch that. Pretty sure we will. Remember, the numbers are different here on the perpetual that they are on the live. Yeah, let's take a look at KSM as well. Parachain. I want to see DOT really hold that new level. Could be possibly forming that head and shoulder pattern, or just, I like that it is hugging the 21D moving average though on the 4 hour. That's a really good sign. And the MACD wants to turn up. And you know, it doesn't matter that the Stoch's that high. We can do a double top up here and continue up. So I believe DOT wants more. We take a look at DOT in a closer time frame, or more like a more zoomed in look here. It is forming that rising wedge. And those are what begin the parabolic runs. That's usually how the base begins. So we have two scenarios for DOT. You know, we pull our target. It's either going to boom up on out of here and go to 1357, which would be beautiful, right? Or there's a chance that you can always hit clone, guys, and just take a piece of a piece. But it could boom back down and make a part Simpson pattern. Get back down to 693, even lower. to this support area at 582. It does have some. These are your new levels now. So DOT will have to hit 895. If it breaks 895, it goes to 823. If it breaks 823, it goes to 719. And if it breaks 719, it goes to 599. You know, Dubai data-driven smart city could be powered by ocean. Amazing, amazing. Ocean actually has some news too as well. Let me take a look. So check it out. When you get Blockfolio, they give you some really good news every day, and you get to check it out. Former verification pioneer at NASA applied to Elrond. Okay. So Elrond, former rockets blockchain, former verification pioneer at NASA, applied at Elrond via runtime verification. Okay. Which is pretty good news. Interesting. So they got NASA people working for Elrond, EGLD. Situation starting with Ethereum DAO fork to the present day, frequent DeFi exploits show that bugs, errors, and insufficient testing presents a very high risk to smart contract-based processes. Mitigation is possible with proactive and reactive methods. Testing, for instance, is great, but rather a reactive method, exhaustive testing. So that's where formal methods come in. Right? So either runtime verification and Elrond. We are excited to announce that we are working with runtime verification to complement the Elrond dev toolkit with a set of formal tools based on the K framework. Formally verified smart contracts delayed on top of one another will add up to a virtuous stack of compelling DeFi primitives by empowering its developers with such tools from the beginning. Elrond will establish better standards for security and will hopefully accelerate the entire blockchain adoption process at scale. Benjamin Minku, Elrond CEO. There's a reason why it's booming up here. K-Framework was pioneered by our friend and advisor George Rosu, computer science PhD during his time as a NASA researcher, serving in the safety-critical environment specific to rockets and spacecraft. Gagorgi then went on to found Runtime Verification and is working with his team on making these rocket science tools usable by blockchain developers. If that doesn't get your goat going, and if that doesn't spark you, unbelievable, right? Again, New Year's Daedalus, new today. So now there's new Daedalus wallet. Update your Cardano app for Ledger so you can stake your Cardano with the new DaedalusWallet.io. Make sure you go to the proper website and go to DaedalusWallet.io, okay? JP Morgan, whose CEO Jamie Dimon once called Bitcoin a fraud, said today that Bitcoin could rally as high as $146,000. All right. Amazing news coming out of Elrond. On the low, but it's still pretty interesting, in my opinion. They also had another one too, like digital collectibles for Paramount Pictures, Legendary Entertainment, Unreal, and Unity come to EGLD via TVK. Terra Virtua is a digital collectibles platform that allows people to own, use, and buy and sell non-fungible assets. They're important asset classes whose value immediately increases once they become globally available and immediately transferable. The tokenization of everything is going to be a mega trend that the entertainment business is already leading. We're happy to join forces with Terra Virtue and significantly expand the NFT space. Hypergrowth 100 today. Read more at elrond.com. Elrond, man, EGLD, really making a stand. I didn't have them in my top 10 list of my things, and I haven't done a big deep dive video on them. But there's a reason why at the last minute I just threw a bag in there. I just felt like it was a have to have, and I'm very happy I did. I got in at about 21, and I felt like it was overpriced at that point. Boy, was I wrong, as EGLD continues to climb up at 39, and we're just breaking all-time highs and doing things that I never thought possible. Well, I actually knew was possible, but I just like to say that. It sounds cool. Doing things that I definitely thought was possible. Now there's Phil coming back down. I think we're going to get it at 21.33, maybe even that 20.80, something like that. I'm not saying it's a bad trade. I believe it's just a nice, there's going to be, hopefully, a better entry could arise for Phil. If I was going to trade Phil, I would like to wait for it to come down a little bit. Like to be patient on that move, you know. BTC 35.982 broke back down. So we went to 36.500. Beautiful. Now we're bouncing back again, though, forming a bit of a double bottom. This could be a beautiful, nice base. So now we're forming a double bottom. If you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Very interesting. Double bottom on the 1 minute. Take a look at the 1 hour. What do I see here? Looks like we just broke this top trend line, you could say, you know. Something like this. Came back down for the retest, flew up, and now, yeah, making a doji candle. We'll see what happens with that star doji candle, but what a move. What a move. What a move. Everything getting extended. Interesting. Back to 36,000. Now $500 is like a dollar. It really isn't that much, you know. If Bitcoin keeps playing, it's just going to play with these other coins as well. 2166 for Filecoin, FIL USDT. I've been looking at GRD. I believe it's, looks pretty good. Like, looks like that was your bottom at about 28. Now you get to see it just kind of bounce off some moving averages and make its way through. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is like holding nicely. And to me, guys, I mean, you tell me, but let's take a look at this. There's your cup. This is not going to be my music for the day. This is your cup. And there's your handle. You know? Boom. So, wow. Never seen so many cup and handles, right? We get one like every day now. But you look at that. It's cup and handle, guys. It's clear as day to me, and it's coming down from this long area. You could even put this in a bigger bowl. You could throw it into something like this. Just accumulation, and it's going to come out on the other side. It's starting to make its way. GRT at 35 cents, really nice place to hold you some GRT. So interesting enough. Length of the bowl to the bottom of the cup. Throw that. We'll zoom in for you. Give you a better look at it. Temporary target is 47. Not amazing, but not too bad. That's about 12 on 35. Little under, it's probably like 28.5, 29. Oh no, it gives you 31% if you get all the way to 41, 47. Interesting. Watch it do its thing right here. Look like it's forming a double bottom too. Go to an earlier time frame, like a 30 minutes. See that? Double bottom forming. Interesting. Poking up on the Stokes. Ready to move with the MACD as well. Could be its push up out of the cup and handle, but that's for sure a cup and handle. For sure a cup and handle. You know, not amazing, but you do see a golden cross on the 30 minute with the 50 cross and 21 curving down. Want to see it curve back up? We'll watch for that. But GRT, 35 cents. Interesting. Trades on Coinbase too, so it's all over the place. It's easily accessible, and it's a very new coin. Wow. I think we just found a little gem there. Let's see what he's saying here. Okay. Dot to 10 ascending channel. Backtesting a market bottom indicator. Dubai data-driven smart city could be powered by ocean. Yes, but didn't fully bottom yet, in my opinion. Just a scalp. So, when you mean just a scalp, what do you mean though? I get confused by that. Like, what does that mean? Dude, it's so cool. I get the chat loaded in a new place now. I love it. I love it. I did some work on the channel today and stuff. So I'm excited to see and share some new things with you guys on the next few streams. Should be back to our regular scheduled program in about 2 days. Yeah, we may go into a super cycle, man. I believe when we get into $1 trillion, we go into some type of super cycle. Like I think we're already kind of beginning what is called the super cycle. Honestly, look at VeChain, because look, we came up, we did our retracements, and then we got bought back up all the way back to 3. We went all the way to 3.2 for VeChain. We were at some amazing highs. Accounts have been just booming. Everyone should be happy right now, honestly. If you're a crypto lifer, if you've been rocking with me for a while, I feel like everyone should be just amazed. Amazed with your portfolio, amazed with where you're at right now. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You know, the amount of gains that happened in the last few days. Erased any type of loss anyone should have had, literally, in the last few months. As long as you played your cards right, you know. And there was tops to sell, you know. Aave at 124, it's down to 112. I can't believe I'm saying it's down to 112, right? Ocean, let's take a look at Ocean. I have a bag of Ocean. I got about 3,500 Ocean. So let's take a look at it. Let's see how my bag's doing. Let's see how we're going. And I've been holding Ocean for a while too. Thought it was gonna pop. I had my eyes on it months ago when it really fell out of a pennant. It didn't really do much. Ended up with some Ocean though, which is interesting. So it made a Bart Simpson, which is I like to see in a way because that usually tells me it's consolidating too. I don't really see the price go further down after a Bart, but is it making a right shoulder and then coming all the way back down to this level here at 36, which is very, very possible. Ocean, let's take a look at it on a big frame here. Just take a look at Bitcoin before we jump out. At 35,969, playing games with 6,000. And we'll take a look at Ocean, not the Bitcoin. Maybe it will come back if I flip it to here. It will. Look at that. Smart guy. Boom. Oh, but it chooses Ocean. It chooses Bitcoin each time, even though you're on Ocean. Likes Bitcoin. So taking a look at Ocean right now, seeing where it's at, forming that rounded bottom of consolidation. We have a lot of levels here of support and resistance. Looks like we're going to want to come and test 38 one more time. But hopefully we don't, but it looks like we may. Right now we are bouncing off some of the moving averages, doing our thing. Don't see a beautiful pattern yet for Ocean. Let's see. Still a little bit in that consolidation range. Yippee-ki-yay, man. I'll be saying the same thing. Gonna retest either 21 MA or the 50 MA. Yeah. Just throw the tickers you guys are talking about, because then I talk about so many, and I'm like 10 seconds ahead of you guys, and then you say something, and I might not be able to know what you're saying. And then it's a shame for me. TVK, man. We'll take a look at that Terra Vista. Might have to look at it on Dex Tools, right, though? At 11 cents. Doing well and continuing to move as well. Let's take a look at this thing. On the 15-minute, looks strong. Let's look at the 1 hour. Yeah, it's forming that cup, right? Nothing you can say about it. I mean, look at this. It's cup season, guys. It's all about the cups. It's like hockey. It's all about the cup. The Stanley Cup, not the cup that you don't guys, don't do that. Don't go there. Don't go there. Anyway, I'm messing with you. Anyway, let's take a look at it on the 30-minute. And what I see here is a little bit of a pennant forming. Little bilateral triangle action. Little hello, little yellow, little bellow, bellow, wellow, 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 woo. TVK. That would be your interaction to get down. This is something I like about TVK. These are beautiful patterns. These are the patterns that I love to play. Wow, look at that. TVK, just immediate short terms. Has an immediate short-term target and some proper gainage of about 25%. Gets to 0.00012 ETH basically back, which is, you know, ETH's about 1,000, so you can, yeah, that's why you're getting the evens, you know. So when you're at about 0, I get it. Too much talking, so it's, you know, it battles my voice, the lows. We can't have the lows and the lows, you know. Was one of the gem calls on the Uniswap channel. Yeah, you're right. And look, you probably talked about it on the low. This thing is booming. It looks like it's got more to come. You know, got the nice sell-off, the consolidated move coming up. Easily going to get back up to the white line here of support and resistance, and see what happens after that. But it doesn't have a lot of resistance here, so it definitely has a nice path. No, nothing is guaranteed, and again, this is for just entertainment purposes only. We're all just speculating here for fun. I would actually, you know, never advise you to put any money into this at all for any reason. Yeah, Core's been struggling a little bit. Let's take a look at Core. C-Vault, man. I love Dex tools, man. Pretty nice. They have their own coin too. Core coming in at 43,900. Very bottomed. Very bottomed. You know, you know what it was is ETH was just kind of flat and hanging out, and everyone was doing their thing on Uniswap, and they were the hottest new coins. And now ETH is the big boy on the game, and everyone wants some ETH, and that's kind of the word on the street, right? So that's how it is, you know. I keep telling myself, man, Bitcoin for ETH, ETH for Bitcoin. We're at 35,900. And is ETH, now we hit an all-time high for Bitcoin. ETH wants its own all-time high. Divided by 1180. And now you get 30.4. You don't even get enough to stake on ETH 2.0. Unbelievable, right? Now when ETH goes to 10K, which is the 10x from here, which for the second biggest coin, it's kind of obvious. That's 300,000. If you buy 30 grand worth of ETH right now, right? And you also get 10% a year for holding ETH. So you add another 30,000 to that. See, it's about $330,000 if you got into ETH. If you exchange one ETH for Bitcoin, which is something I keep thinking, you know, is it the right time? Is it the right thing to do? Exchange a Bitcoin for ETH. Now that means Bitcoin will have to go to $300,000 to match the same. And now if ETH just goes to 15K, right? And you end up, I would end up with, let's say, about 36 of them, because that's how many I have. I only have 6 ETH. So if ETH goes to 15,000 times 36, end up with half a mil, you know. And then you also get the 10% on that, which is, you know, plus 54K. The higher it goes, the higher the 10%, right? So now you're talking Bitcoin has to go to $500,000. Okay? $500,000. And then you can sell ETH BTC back too as well, you know, the idea there. So a very interesting idea. Let's take a look at the ETH BTC pair. I think I missed my opportunity. You could have gotten 40 ETH the other day, and that's not the case anymore, you know. What was the ETH ratio all-time high? Yeah, it was 20K, right? I'll show you right now, because Bitcoin, I say 20K. Everyone, it was 19,800, which is 20K. And ETH was 1440, right? That was its all-time high. So it was a 13 to 1 ratio, about almost a 14 to 1 ratio. So if you took Bitcoin at, like everyone's saying 300K, if you were super conservative at $175,000 and you divide it by 14, that gives you a $12,500 ETH. Will ETH gain more than it did before? We don't know. We could be conservative there. 12.5, right? So then look, right now, say you had one Bitcoin, you'd have, but instead right now you'd get this times 30. And Bitcoin would be at 175. So it kind of shows you that I think you're going to be outpacing your ETH, your Bitcoin, by getting in some ETH. The more I do the math. But it's hard to peel off a Bitcoin out of my hands, I'll be honest. It's very hard. So, I don't know. It's all speculative. It's a lot to think about, you know. Where do you stake the ETH? How do you stake the ETH? You got to send it to a pool. What happens if the pool gets hacked? What happens if something happens? Setting have a Bitcoin nice and safe on your wallet, right? Things are just in total disarray. So, what do you guys think? And I ask you guys this every day. Pot stocks ripped on new regulation. That's great. Yeah, because they're going to be like, okay, changeover, CGC. I'm telling you, man, General Electric. I put it on everyone's radar. I said around $6. Then I'm about $10. It's got hydrogen patterns, man. And it's booming off to a local all-time high here and making its way out. I like General Electric a lot. Notice I got my Fluent hat on today. I don't know if you noticed that, Mo. Apple taking a big retracement. Huge sell-off. Hit my original target here at 138, which was just that original all-time high, and just got rejected. Couldn't seem to get above that. It is holding this new support with the 200-day moving average. So I still think we're viable for the complete mission all the way back to 166, but we'll see what happens in the long run. In the long run. And I just want to see Canopy. Penn Gaming is alright, doing its thing. Seems like it's back in the pennant. It'll make its way inverted head and shoulders too, which is going to push it back up. I still say it's hitting 123. Plug Power. Doing amazing. Look at that double bottom. Came up, hitting the support and resistance region. Possible SR flip for Plug at about 35. Riot needs to come down and cool off, but SGMO doing great. Look, holding the 382 Fibonacci level really, really well. So that's something good to see. Consolidating here. I think that's a very positive sign. After that pump up, consolidating. Really good to see that. Netflix at 500 on the evens. Interesting. Been doing its thing here. Look, that looks like it's about to fly. Netflix is in a bit of a enlarged bull flag, double bottom here. Netflix. Where do I see Netflix going? Well, you just take the length of this pole. Technically, it's LUA theory. And then you throw it up here to the trend line, which we would have had. I don't even need to draw them anymore. But something like this. Netflix, it's 693. Incoming. Fluent Golf. Search on YouTube for remote golf. Ah, I got you for once. I got you for once. I'm the typo guy. I'm the typo king. Don't you go typoing on me. I'm the typo king. I typo more than anyone else every day. Don't you dare try to out-typo me on my own show. How dare you, Mo? All right, check it out. $36 an ounce. Oh, yeah, Remote Chief Gold. He's like, it isn't a typo. I'm the typo. You're the man, dude. I love you, Mo. But my joke backfired on me. Silver going up to $35 an ounce. Breaking its way out of resistance it was in since August 7th. popped its way, little head. It's like a prairie dog. Popped its little head out of the hole, and now it's on the run. And silver is going to continue its mission to $35 an ounce, breaking that high of 29 and continuing its tear. So watch for silver to go up as the dollar continues to get pounded. Yeah, Canopy Grow Corp all the way up at 38, doing a nice gap up too. Boom up. That's going to break previous resistance and start to gap up a little bit. As you can see, it's in this bigger downtrend. Forming a bit of a cup and handle. That's your handle. Explosion. So Canopy Grow Corp in a cup and handle. Look at it. Clear cup and handle. There's your cup. There's your handle. Gapping up. And you can get a beautiful target out of this cup and handle. Boom. Puts up into this other chop area where we'll have a little issue with all-time high at 54. We'll look for Canopy Grow Corp to hit 54. That's in the TSX though. Just look for the T. The Canopy Grow Core CGC. Look for CGC. Let's go back to Crypto Lifer. We're going to go look at Total and Total 2. Played SLV SJV call options to expire this month. Silver and gold calls we made months ago are popping into heavy green territory, as in gold content. That's yeah, remember we sat there and we made the call of silver and we made the call on gold, and that was just a projection I made based on TA, you know, great pattern TA, you know, showing you guys that TA really does work really well, and you can even do well projecting it if you use it a lot. I'm not saying you can time the market exactly right, but you can get somewhere in a ballpark of a move. Kind of figure out where you're going to go. Look at a rounded bottom here on XRP. I'm feeling bullish on XRP. I wouldn't sell not a penny of my XRP daily. Looking getting across. Have some more room in the Stokes. Double bottoming out. You know, let's see what happens on this MACD cross. How much momentum we get out of it. Pushing up a little bit here. Nice, beautiful rounded bottom. You see it's more elongated. And almost like, you know, same bottom areas here. XRP, 24 cents. It is sad to see it down there and to say that out loud, but it is what it is. XLM did something amazing. Went to 39 cents from 20. We went over that, though. 100% gains out of XLM. Zilliqua. So Zilliqua, double bottom here. Double bottom boomed up. Did a bit of a retest up to the bottom, top of the pattern here. I would wait for this, obviously, Stokes to move back down, watch the MACD momentum, and we'll see where it ends up going. But I like Zilliqua to do somewhat of a bounce. I know I have some Fibonacci's pulled here. Let's boom it over to the left. And it is respecting the 382 greatly, beautifully, actually. So look for it to stay in this pocket. If not, it would love to come to the 200 and test the 0.5 Fibonacci level. If you could put a buy order in at 5.8 and it catches on Zilliqua, you'd be that would be amazing. I would be lucky if I was able to do that. If I was able to put a buy order in there at that area, unbelievable. It's like a really nice place. That 0.5 Fibonacci area. Probably unlikely to happen, but if you get lucky, that's what they teach, man. That's what they teach, and it's true, and you see it all the time. Went to a high of 3.2, getting bounced back up to watch V-Chain. Let's take a look at Total and Total 2. These are the big boys in the room. This is what I've been talking about. Now, I was one of the few people to predict this. I didn't see this on any channel. I don't see a lot of people going over Total and Total 2 every day, except for me. And I had this ascending triangle mapped out for you guys. And I said, hey, man, it looks like we can get all the way to easily 300 and even further up to $334 billion. We are just bouncing off the 200-day moving average with a wick, and we're starting to flag. Let's look at the 30-minute as well. 30-minute is a good sign. 50-minute is a good sign. Inverted head and shoulder forming. V-shaped recovery inside of possible bull flag. So you could flip it like this. We could also go to the 7-minute. I'm sure we see a better, yeah, in the 7-minute we have the beautiful inverted head and shoulder pattern. They're shallow shoulders too, so they don't want to dip a lot. And then we could take our neckline to the head and flip that up, and that will propel us to $318 billion. Breaking that $300 billion mark was big to me for the altcoins. I really wanted to see it. When I mapped it out, I was like, will we get it? And you know what? We're not even there at the target yet. Let me show you the bigger target in the time frame that we're looking at. I see us in this rounded top here, still going parabolic, making our move. Yeah. The big target I see possible is $482 billion. Let's go to the daily. That would be our all-time high, and we're on our way. We are on our way, just breaching another billion, getting into $301 billion. Total market cap, can we get to $1 trillion tonight? That's what I'm asking for. That's what I would love to see. This thing is booming. Let's take a look at it in the 4-hour. A lot of work there. It is a bit messy. I'm going to zoom in there. So we have this projection to go up to 1,070,700,000, I believe. I guess that's what it would be, right? And or 700, yeah, $1,700,000. Now, looking really good with this candle, doing well, and we're making our move up on the 4-hour. We do have a little bit of a MACD issue here, and a stochastics is high. May tell us that we won't be able to get to 1 trillion tonight. We may have to retest or go sideways, you know, do a funky bit of a pattern here like we're doing there, something like that in that nature. But you can see this, I took all the other work away, so we can see it pretty clearly now. High of 984. We were only $16 billion away from $1 trillion. I mean, at that point, it's kind of a moot point. Like, did we or did we not hit $1 trillion? I mean, we obviously have already hit a market cap of $1 trillion in a way, even though we're not seeing it. The OTC buys, we're not seeing it all. I don't think we have all the on-chain data yet, expressively so. There's a chance that we actually have already hit the all-time highs, you know. But I feel like this market is just beginning, like just getting started, and we cooked up this fast. I had no idea we would get this high this fast. Absolutely insane, in my opinion. Look at the Tether market cap now, just absolutely bottoming it out. Looking a lot like the dollar, you know, the USD. Let's take a look at the DXY. So now you see where we're going and where we want to go. Look at KSM. I see KSM breaking, you know, look, inverted head and shoulders, going to prop it out of this funny bull flag and getting up 39% to 96. Look for KSM. Really hasn't finished its full trajectory out of this cup and handle. So watch KSM to make some big moves. Stokes still want to move out. I agree with that. And the daily is a little overspent as well. So we want to see it go sideways. May not be the best time. And again, I wouldn't buy anything that I tell you to buy. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Now, Link, it was either going to pop up or pop out. I'm happy. It looks like it's popping to the upside. We don't have to worry about it breaking to the downside. So far, so good. My target for Link is all the way here at $27. So Link did its beautiful accumulation. This was your time. You had so many chances to get Link at 9, 10, 8, even down here for a wick to 809. I do have to pat myself on the back for this. I made a beautiful prediction for this guy. Let's take a look at it. If you follow me on here, I'm Remote Chief. I'll show you my profile. And in my profile, you can see some of the predictions that I made, right? And I was talking about a possible Link short. Link was up here at about 1569, right? And I was saying, you know what? I think it's going to come back down and possibly test the 706, the secret fib here. And I had a circle there. I said it could even test the 786, but these are the two places I would look for to get Link. And if we press play, we can see what happened to Link. And hard to see, not perfect, but you can see that it wicked right down here. And there's my circle. There's where Link went. Exactly 811, 795 even looks like to a low. And that would have been a beautiful place to long Link. So I had actually kind of projected a possibility, 50% chance. I had two places where I thought it could bottom. And pretty spot on right there in this prediction for Link. Now, look, I thought it would actually do more of a round of bottom. Now it's off to the races. We'll see what happens as Link continues to move. But it's a wanted coin. It's a known coin. It's a utility. It's a beautiful thing. So, yeah. Banned. Slowly but surely, but look, it fell out of the pattern only to come back up and out. But those are fun to do, man. Do those every once in a while and challenge yourself to see if you can come up with a good call. And then you can watch it play out or not. It's pretty fun. I love it. Link forming a bit of a flag or possible head and shoulder pattern, though. We'll see which one it wants to turn into. ICX on a major tear. Came all the way down to 58, only to bounce back up on a beautiful wick. Look for this to continue up. ICX doing amazing. They're going to run South Korea. They do run South Korea. They're an amazing coin. They've been one of my top 10 picks for a long time. And, yeah, I'm all about it, man. Phil doing good at 2188, 2192 here. Position is up 7% so far. So, shout out to you, Jose. I was talking about Funcoin. I actually put a chart out for it the other day. Look at the Bitcoin pair, though. It just continues to collapse. Look at that. Had a little bit of a bounce there, though, from 11 Satoshis all the way to 25. 100% gains. You would have doubled if you were able to find the bottom, which wouldn't have been that easy. But if I did talk about it and I showed you guys a little bit of a chart, 69% on the low. Can't even tell it really even happened. These are the mini worlds of the mini altcoins, man. 1,185. Let's take a look at the 1 hour for Ethereum. So I had Ethereum, man, breaking out of this ascending triangle, and there it goes, doing its thing. Big wick right there, touching the 21-day moving average. That's a beautiful thing. We go to the 15-minute. Let's take a look at what we're seeing. It's that inverted head and shoulder everywhere. It really is. So everything kind of just did a bounce and then got bought right back up. So what I want to say is, you know what? We could just negate that pattern. And it's in a clear inverted head and shoulder. We can see it we can see it everywhere. Shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, head, possible shoulder, and we're off, and we're off, and we're off, and we're gone. So looks like very, very likely that this pattern will play out 68% of the time that this pattern does play out and get us to 1,257 for ETH. So ETH up could be a cool play, or ETH futures as well. So take a look at that. ETH, man, might be something I would do. Again, don't do anything I say. This is for entertainment purposes only, of course. 1 inch finally did a bounce, right? It found its bottom there. Dollar was a beautiful place. Look at this line. 1 inch hung out, and it's gone. Very similar to a lot of other coins we saw in the consolidation range. Also, 1 inch possible Adam and Eve double bottom. There's your Adam, there's your Eve, and this thing could be testing one last time before it decides to race off. Possible cup and handle right there too. This could be your handle, and this could be on its way. Looks like 1 inch will just continue up. It was a great coin for a great exchange. Nothing wrong with having 1 inch in the portfolio, and I think it's, you know, people got it for free, so they sold it. When some people probably didn't even remember, oh, I got some, they checked it out, they sold it, and when it was all sold, everyone got all theirs. People either bought back in, who sold up here, and said, oh, word, now I can get it cheaper and get more, so they're happy. That desire created a pump, pushed us back up. Newbies got in, then the sellers sold it off, then people decided to get a little more when they found the bottom. Second bottom, you can see double bottoming there as well. Bottom, upswing, bottom, a little bit of a W. And now it's just kind of moving its way up the side of the parabola, getting its way out. So Adam and Eve double bottom, 1 inch, 139, looking pretty nice to me. Something I would consider as a trader. But that's just me. And this is just complete fun. We wouldn't buy any of these. Can't stand this music, honestly. It's too much. Doesn't matter what coin you had, man. We won today. The little guy won today, man. A little disappointed by Adam. Could have had a better pump. This worries me, this head and shoulder, but looks like it kind of played already and got bought back up. So could be negated. Now we have a head and shoulder over here. So we'll see how it plays out. Did get it to a high, though, of 954 for Adam. Amazing. I mean, for Band. Amazing to see Band do stuff like that. It's about time, though. Band needs it. It deserves it. It's a great coin. ADA holding 30 really, really well. Tell you, man, looks like it's doing a bit of a double bottom. The crypto market that never stops, man. Never, ever stops. EGLD, man. Just hit another high, 39.86, and bouncing off the 21-day moving average. These coins don't know when to stop. They just don't. Oh, I got into some cake earlier today. Let's take a look at cake. Oh, got sold off a little bit. Getting these hard sell-offs. Interesting. Cake. But it is forming this like rounded bottom as it's making a way out of consolidation. Interesting for cake. And look, 15 minutes gonna move. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours having a bearish cross right now, so we'll see how it handles it. You know, cake is in an inverted head and shoulder here, though. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Also forming a right shoulder one more time. Cake. Mini cup and handle slightly. Cup right here. A little bit of a handle. We'll see how it handles. Almost, look, it broke out of this where I had it in. This was a cup and handle for cake. And on its way all the way to the target at 75. You can farm cake on Pancake Swap. Although I had a hard time the other day trying to figure it out. I'm going to have someone show me. DeFi Perp is all the DeFi coins, and I see this is going up even more. It's not done yet. So DeFi looks like it has some more room to pump. 21% more if you like your DeFi coins. How's Dogecoin doing, everybody? Anybody play a little bit of Doge today? A little Doge day? A little fun playing a little Doge? No. No. Doge didn't do well. But Band is up nice. Aave is up nice. Key is up a little bit. Look for Key to make some moves. EGLD, man, continuing to rip. Ethereum doing its thing. 1,080. Highs has been ever, really, in the immediate short term. Band. Everything ripping. Everything absolutely ripping. And holding most of its rip. If it didn't rip too high today, it's holding most of its rip from the week. Right? So, Polkadot doing well. Icon, man, busting through 60 cents. That's very strong. Want to see Polkadot hold at least 8. Didn't spend a lot of time at 8, so we'll see what happens with Polkadot if it comes back down a little bit. We already grabbed too much between $9 and $10. I think there's a chance we do get a little more on the low, but we'll see. This has been a rally of rallies, really, though. Look for Bitcoin to continue, though, until it doesn't, you know. That's all we can say. XLM was amazing, man. It really was. That was the trade of the day, was XLM. Just jump in on the news. News is really good now. News is a really good catalyst for the whole market. Market's being really receptive, so now you just got to wait for a little bit of news, and boom. Things just fly. CTSI, this thing loves to pop hard. So it's about to have a cross here on the daily. Cody, I thought we would have got more of a pump for Cody. Interesting to see Cody completely down here. Did they miss a mainnet? I feel like something happened to Cody. Like they didn't hit a milestone or something like that. I have to look into that from you guys, but I think Cody, something happened with Cody. So Bitcoin dominance. What are you doing now, BittyBit? Doing a little bit of a pump here off of 68, coming all the way back to 69. So a little more dominance coming into the game. I feel like you're going to see Bitcoin do something crazy tonight. Upwards and on, right? All we can do is really take this as a bit of a flag. And we can take our pulls. And we can go up with them. Target of $39,400 for Bitcoin. So I see it happening, man. I see it happening. Big moves for BittyBit. And these are almost like very, see how this jags down, comes up. Look, jags down, comes up. These are very similar. They're almost fractals of each other, these little patterns. These two patterns. Length of the pole and adjust. $40,900 Bitcoin. So firm believer that this TA works, and we've been doing it over and over again. $40,000 Bitcoin on the way. Incoming. Okay, check it out. Major shapeshift crypto boom at Revelnut interest and Ethereum peaks plus more news. Shapeshift said its integrated decentralized exchange protocols is in sunsetting its 6+ year business of trading with customers. Shapeshift's users no longer need to provide personally identifying information to them. Also, the platform said it will not transact with customers as they will be trading directly with decentralized protocols. Now support only Ethereum and ERC20 assets. The company expects Bitcoin and several other leading chains to be supported for decentralized trading in Q21. Today, Coinbase confirmed experiencing connectivity issues. The company resolved Coinbase core functions at 8:58 Pacific time. Under fire, South Korea crypto exchange Coinbase said it has completed a compliance check. One River Asset Managers has made one of the biggest, largest digital asset trades in history. According to the announcement by Coinbase, with whom the company worked to invest the undisclosed amount into crypto. The initial trades were completed over the course of 5 days and executed at different speeds to work through varying market conditions. As reported, One River Asset Manager invested over $600 million in crypto assets and planned to bring its holdings of Bitcoin and ETH to about $1 billion as early of 2021. That's like the number, man. They all want to hold $1 billion, you know. Roger Ver, Bitcoin Cash hit 100K. Now the third worst performing major crypto asset, Bitcoin Cash, in 2030 will be worth almost 229 its current price, according to Roger Ver, the tech entrepreneur and Bitcoin Cash evangelist, who said is also bullish on Ethereum. The more useful something is, the more people will use it, estimating a sharp increase in Bitcoin Cash holders and users in 2021. He also keeps claiming that Bitcoin Cash is far more useful than Bitcoin for everything except for speculation. Well, it is. Bitcoin will be the gold, and Bitcoin Cash you can run around and buy stuff with, and you can buy your pizza with Bitcoin Cash. You know, Coinbase whales keep buying Bitcoin as price rockets to new all-time highs. Bitcoin is in the process of consolidating after the cryptocurrency saw a push to all-time highs last night, which led it as high as 36,000. This movement came about suddenly and was quite surprising, but it didn't last for long. The rejection at these highs was not too grave, as Bitcoin has been able to find some strong support within the lower 34,000 region ever since. Bitcoin rips past 35K while Ether prints a bullish break. Bitcoin exploded from 34K region today in its early sessions and formed a new all-time high at 36,500. However, the breakout was short-lived and has since slowed to some extent. The King coin is back trading. Look, this is the news, man. We give the news before it even hits the news, guys. We are the news. We are the news. Bitcoin FOMO picks up pace. Today's surge past 35K came following news that Democrats, who are more inclined to a monetary fiscal stimulus, are expected to take control of the U.S. Congress. Rampant quantitative easing by world governments during the COVID-19 induced economic shutdown has the adverse effect of causing rise in inflation. Each time the total circulating fiat money supply increases, the buying power of that money decreases. You put your stimulus in Bitcoin as fast as you can. Corporate investment may be about to pump Bitcoin, says Bill Miller. Investor Bill Miller, who has managed billions of dollars worth of funds and allocated 1% of his net worth to Bitcoin, sees corporate investment as a huge potential buy signal. Bill Miller allocated 30% of a $54 million fund to Bitcoin through 2017. Miller has beaten the S&P for over 16 years with investment decisions. He stated that the trend of the companies diversifying into Bitcoin may be about to skyrocket Bitcoin's price. Miller is a seasoned investor in the mainstream financial markets, beating the S&P for years. He was ahead of the curve with Bitcoin, raising the Bitcoin allocation of $154 million from 5% to 30% in 2017. If inflation picks up, or even if it doesn't, and more companies decide to diversify some small portion of their cash balances into Bitcoin instead of cash, then the current relative trickle into Bitcoin would become a torrent. Miller argues that companies including Bitcoin as part of their balance sheet may signify an increase the market cap and likely the price. Corporate FOMO. Companies worldwide have made investments, with MicroStrategy investing over $1 billion. MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor was influenced by the U.S. Federal Reserve policy of printing more money to combat the ongoing pandemic, inflating the U.S. dollar. Jack Dorsey recently led Square to purchase $50 million worth of Bitcoin for similar reasons. Bitcoin recently passed an all-time high of $35,000, likely influenced by high-profile corporate investments, among other factors. Bitcoin is up over 300% compared to last year and 20% in the last week alone. Mirroring Saylor's take on the use case for Bitcoin over the inflating dollar, Miller stated yesterday that Warren Buffett famously called Bitcoin rat poison. Bill Miller wrote in his post, "He may well be right. Bitcoin could be rat poison, and the rat could be cash." You see what I'm saying? It's the poison that kills the dollar. GreenPro stock price leaped 103% with their Bitcoin buy. We brought that up the other day. Just nice to bring it up again. Bitcoin's birthday, Satoshi Nakamoto's hidden message explained 12 years ago today. A programmer operating under the pseudonym, that's January 3rd, deployed a piece of code that would change the world forever. On Bitcoin's birthday, we unpacked the symbolic newspaper headline Nakamoto made famous. Despite the growing attention Bitcoin has earned since 2009, there's a lot of mystery surrounding its creator. It's now the digital currency's 12th anniversary. It's only 12 years old, guys, and people talk about it like they beat it up like it's Apple or Microsoft, you know. He launched Bitcoin Genesis block at 8:15:05 UTC on January 3rd, 2009. The moment would become a keystone of Bitcoin's history. There were several unique features to the block, also known as Block Zero. The 50 BTC mining reward for the first transaction was made unspendable. Though the reason for this has been a topic of debate among Bitcoiners, there's a good chance that Satoshi Nakamoto had accounted for the anomaly in their plans. This was an expert coder, after all. Whereas new blocks are produced at an average of every 10 minutes, it took 6 days to find the next one in the chain. The reason behind this is also a mystery. Some have even suggested there could be a religious link. In the book of Genesis, God created the heavens and the earth in 6 days and then took a day of rest. Notably, Satoshi Nakamoto only publicly announced Bitcoin to the crypto mailing list on January 9th, the same day the next block on the chain was found. But the most famous feature of the block was the message Satoshi Nakamoto left in its Coinbase parameter, which reads as follows: "The Times, 03 January 2009, canceller on the brink of the second bailout for banks." The same message appeared in reverse on line 1616 when its hexadecimal string was converted to dex. Interesting. Banks for bailout. Yeah. He coded these words in there. Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks. The subtle memorandum gave the Genesis block an immutable timestamp by referring to the Times newspaper's front page on January 3rd, 2009. That's what it said. Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks. It's kind of cool. Like he slid in a little news story there. Wow, we just broke 30,000, and that was a big deal, right? Analysis. After a 50% retrace against Bitcoin, Chainlink is ready to soar. I absolutely agree. He's 100% right. Bitcoin surpasses 36,000 to set new all-time high. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. 40 minutes ago, Bitcoin just passed 36,000 for the first time in spite of protests in Washington, D.C. over the election. The cryptocurrency rapidly dropped as low as 34,000. Bitcoin moves to new all-time highs. The euphoria is intoxicating, but crypto is in need of a pullback and consolidation if Bitcoin wants to reach into the 100Ks and ETH into the mid to high thousands. Yeah, Chris Bernesky, the guy, that's the AMC kid, right? Personally, Bitcoin is my digital gold, while ETH is my internet money. Totally, man. Yeah, he's saying that it can be tempting to sell the top of an early wave in the set, and whether you do is up to your personal reference and investing trading style. As an investor, I know the waves tend to go more intense later in the set, so I hold for accumulate through the early waves. That's true. Amazing though. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. Bitcoin supply liquidity on decline. The current demand for Bitcoin beats its supply chain. 2021 will be the year of institutionalization of cryptocurrency. Demand for Bitcoin is currently beating its supply. That was made known by the co-founder of Skybridge Capital, Anthony Scaramucci, whose hedge fund recently launched a crypto-centric fund over $300 million. The former director of communication at the White House was noted to have said that Bitcoin is better at being gold than gold is at being gold. This means that the crypto asset has become a recognized storage of value presently in the world. He further added that the crypto adoption is on the rise as the floodgates are now open. He also spoke about MicroStrategy's purchase of Bitcoin, reiterating that the demand for the digital asset is now more than the supply. Wayne Trench, the CEO of OSL, on his own part highlighted that this year would be the year of institutionalization of cryptocurrency. Popular investor Bill Miller also corroborated Trench's view, and we went over that earlier. Bitcoin is gaining more attention as a store of value. Bitcoin's price breaks 36K as protesters storm the U.S. Capitol. Insane. Insane. 36,179 and on its way, doing a nice little flag now on the 30-minute. Look at that. On its way out. Inverted head and shoulder, booming up, flagging now, breaking out of the flag actually as we speak. Nice channel, moving up. 15-minute has a little room to move, not amazingly, but a little room to move. Looks like we'll get all the way up at least to the target. If we pull the length of the pole. Quick little scalperino up to 38,000. Not too shibby, right? Not too shibby, not too shabby. Not too schwibby. I said shibby on purpose, just so you know. Just being silly. Sadly, we want to see the last message on the block. I know, but me and you will never see that, will we? We never know. Maybe there'll be something that will make us feel younger at those times. We'll never know, though, will we? $20%. 20% of 20%. I say we go to 38K though. And I'm sticking to it. And I'm slicking to it. Bitty bitty. Bitty bitty bitty. Bitty bitty bitty. Bitty bitty. Bitty 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 bitty. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for kicking it with me. I'm about to run on out of here. Love you guys. Thanks so much for kicking it with me. 8 likes though, 4 watching. Horrible day. But hey, I'm blessed whoever's here, man. I threw this together. It didn't come at my regular scheduled time. So I understand. I get it. It happens. See you guys later. Have a wonderful day and stay blessed. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Yeah. This would be the cue to leave. Guys, roll the tape. Guys, cut the...